in the world, or for Hinduism to worship Goddess Durga. And the temples are said to be spread out between India and Nepal. And so this is a really important place to come worship Durga, especially if you're staying in Rishikesh, because it's the closest temple we have access to, being in the area of Rishikesh. And so the story of why this temple is actually so important goes back to a mythological story that you're going to want to remember, because when we go to Hardwar, we're going to visit a temple that relates to this very story that I'm telling you. So the story is that Lord Shiva was married to Sati. So though you know that Lord Shiva was married to Parvati, she was really the second incarnation of Sati. He was actually first married to Sati. So Sati was his wife, and her father was Daksha, a great Brahmin individual, and he was not happy at all that she married Lord Shiva. He was a mystic, dreadlocks, walking around half naked, covering his body in ash, not really making a lot of money, living in the Himalayas, so on and so forth. So he was not thrilled that, you know, she married a misfit as far as he was concerned. So he planned a big party, which is known as a yagna, which is a fire ritual in which you do a lot of ceremony and offerings, and blessings come to you when you do these fire rituals. So he planned this big yagna and purposely did not invite Sati and Shiva. She found out about the yagna and was really quite upset that they were not invited. And so she went to Lord Shiva and said, "Oh my goodness, you know, like, how can this be? I want to go, I want to go." And he said, "Absolutely not, I'm not going. If he doesn't want us there, I will not go." And she begged him, and he said, "You go. If you want to go and it's so important to you, then go ahead and go, but I will not. I will be here waiting for you when you get back." So she went to the yagna, to the big party, and when she shows up, she asked her father, "Father, how do you not invite me and not my husband?" And he made a very public sort of announcement, like sort of defaming Lord Shiva and saying bad things like, "No, I will not have your husband here, who does not belong here. He's a degenerate," basically. And she was so overwhelmed with sorrow that he would speak about her beloved like that, and that her father was just so not supportive. She was overwhelmed with sorrow and threw herself into the sacrificial fire. So Lord Shiva, up on Mount Kailash, knew something had happened, smart guy, so he plucked a hair out of his head and threw it on the ground, and Virabhadra, his great warrior, was created. And so he sends Virabhadra to find out what the heck has happened at this party. And Virabhadra realizes and sees that Sati has, thrown herself into the fire. So Lord Shiva, in a rage, says, "Kill everyone." And so everyone is killed, including Daksha, her father, which is a big deal to kill Daksha. So everyone is killed, and he comes and he picks up Sati's body from the fire, and distraught carries her dead body all over the place. And as he's doing that, he is doing the great dance of destruction, the Tandava, which is known as Lord Shiva's dance. And so he's literally distraught and destroying the universe as he's doing this dance of rage. Well, Vishnu and Brahma grow very concerned. One is that he won't allow Sati's body to go through the right proper burial cremation ceremony, and that's not allowed, right? She must be properly, the proper rites and passages must be taken care of for the dead body. But Lord Shiva's just not getting rid of the body, and there's no approaching Lord Shiva because he's in a crazy rage. So they're growing very concerned. Brahma's like, "Well, the world's going to get destroyed," and Vishnu's like, "Well, we must preserve proper protocol." So he throws his discus at Sati's body, and through his discus cuts her in 52 places, and these are the 52 places where it fell, where her body parts fell. And so at each place where a body part fell, then the priest showed up and performed the proper rites and passages for her cremation, proper burial. But nonetheless, this is one of the 52 places where her body part fell. And this is where it is her heart, her torso, is the body part that we worship here. So to come here, even though it's Sati, it's a Durga temple. So it is considered one of the holy sites to visit during Navratri, this Durga festival, but also to worship the goddess. So we are fortunate that we are nearby to be here, and auspicious to be here, of course, at sunrise at this temple. I think that sits over 6,000 feet, something like that. So we are pretty high up. And so while we're here, and while we'll go worship, and basically it is said to we receive the blessings of Durga Ma by worshiping her at this particular temple. It's one of her sacred sites.